Hello, it's Marie-France from Healthy Cooking for Food Lovers. Today we're making a quiche. It's a zucchini quiche because it's time that we have some fresh zucchini from the garden here. So we're gonna make a quiche and it's gonna be keto, low carb, gluten-free, healthy, delicious. So let's get started. So we're gonna make crust to go at the bottom of our quiche, and of course I said it's keto and it's low carb, so we're gonna use almond flour and we're gonna put some eggs. So let's just get started with it. I have 3 eggs here, so we just put the 3 eggs and we're gonna beat them a little bit, just a little bit to start with. And the next thing we're gonna put here, just to put all our liquids together, I have 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So we're gonna put that in and mix it with the eggs. And the next thing is parmesan cheese. We have half a cup of parmesan cheese all in. And we're gonna mix that as well. And now we're gonna add the almond flour. A little bit of salt first, always. Pink Himalayan salt. Just a couple of pinches. Okay, so I'm gonna start putting our beautiful almond flour and start mixing it a little bit. So there's 2 cups of almond flour here and mixing, and it's gonna get really thick. But of course this is not a crust that we can like roll like the pie, normal crust that we put in a quiche. So we're gonna just mix it all together and it's gonna be really thick, and we're gonna lie it down to cook. So as you can see, it's getting really thick, and that's what we want. That's exactly what we want. And we're gonna lay it in the baking dish very thin. So that's perfect. It looks like a bit clumpy, but it's the way that we want it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our dish for the quiche here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil here, and I'm just gonna wear a glove for that because it's a little bit sticky and I find it's just easier with the glove. So we make sure the oil is all over here, and we're gonna start spooning that just a little bit at a time, just like that, just going around, and then after that I'll spread it properly. So we just take a little bit and then we put it all around like that. Perfect. I'm really happy with the texture, the way it's going, and see how it's gonna all lie down. So I'll start patting it down here, and we're gonna put our eggs on top. So as we can see here, I'm just gonna start pushing it on the side. Looking good. Okay, our crust is going into the oven for 15 minutes at 350 Fahrenheit, 180 Celsius. So while our crust is in the oven, we're gonna prepare our quiche. So we have 4 eggs. 4 eggs here, and we're just gonna beat them a little bit. Okay, now we have our zucchini. We're making a zucchini quiche. So zucchinis are ready. I'll show you how to make them. So I had 3 small zucchini. I grated them first, but I put them like this on a cloth. So you can use a cheesecloth or whichever one you like. I like a proper dishcloth because I'll show you what I'm doing with it. And that's all it is here. 3 zucchini grated, and I put some salt on top because zucchinis, they have lots of moisture, and we want to draw as much moisture as possible because we don't want that in our quiche. So I put some salt on top, and I left it there for maybe about 15-20 minutes, 20 I think I left it so far. And what we're gonna do now, the moisture is coming out of it, and my dishcloth is all wet. I don't know if you can see that, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna squeeze that and see how much moisture, how much water is coming out of it. We're gonna just squeeze and squeeze as much as we can, taking out all of the water out. It is amazing how much is coming out, isn't it? Have a look at this. 3 little zucchini, and we can save that to throw in the soup or make something when we make a nice potage. We can use that as well. Don't throw anything out, it's always good. Hey, there's more coming. Whoa, look at this. Dripping. Wow. Pretty amazing. Okay, I think that's enough. So, let's have a look at it now. All of the moisture has come out, and we can just put it in our eggs here, like this. And there's more. All in. Right, so our zucchini is done, and now the other thing that I like to do is I want to put some onion here, but you know how to mince the onions so small. I find a way of doing it. Now remember, if you saw another one of my video how I make the zoodle, the zucchini noodle. I didn't use that for the zucchini today. I used a grater. I will use it for the onion because it's hard to chop the onion very thin. Watch this. It's so magic. So my sterilizer here, there's a little metal piece right here. So this is how it works. We just poke it like this. I kept the roots of the onion because we just don't have any waste here. And watch this, our onion. Oh, so thin. Et voila, it's done. No crying. And that's what's left. We can sort of use it for something more. That's all is left there. Now I'll throw that onto my board here, and I'll continue to even chop it even finer, just to make it really small and thin. So look at this, beautiful, perfect. Okay, so this is gonna go in with our eggs and our zucchini right here. And then we have some herbs from our garden. I have basil, I have parsley, I have the chives, and I have oregano, all fresh from our garden. We picked that 10 minutes ago. All in there, I just chopped them all together. And now we can start mixing all this beautiful zucchini, and it's gonna be green, of course, with all the zucchini and the herbs. It smells beautiful. And we'll add our cheese. I have so the quantity here, I had 4 eggs and I had 3 small zucchini, which is about 2 cups of grated zucchini, and we have 2 cups of cheese here. We use the Untitled cheese, but really any kind of cheese could do for this recipe. So we have 2 cups of cheese, and we're gonna mix this, and of course a little bit of salt and pepper. Salt here and a little bit of pepper, and that's gonna be ready to go in our crust in a few minutes. So just mix this all together. Yep, that's the perfect consistency. We want it to be a little bit thick because we took all this moisture out of the zucchini. It's gonna be perfect. Voila, it's ready to go in our crust. Here's our beautiful keto crust with the almond flour. It's perfect. And we're just gonna throw in all our mixture here with our zucchini and our eggs and everything else right in there, just right. And this is just going back into the oven. It's gonna go at 350 and it should be all ready and perfect, and that's gonna be nice. Can't wait to try. So in the oven, here we are, our zucchini quiche. It's keto friendly, low carb, gluten free and delicious. It stayed in the oven for 30 minutes actually, and it's all ready and it's beautiful. It's looking perfect. Let's look inside now. So we're just gonna cut it. Yeah, it looks like it's all happening. So we'll cut a nice little piece like that. Here we are. It's perfect. Oh, smells delicious. All fresh. Now we're gonna serve it with just a little green salad from our garden, but I can't wait to try. It looks beautiful. Wow, nice and fresh and delicious. Let's have a taste. Yes. It's just holding perfectly, properly. Yeah. Just perfect. Bon appetit!